In this video I'm going to tell you how you can get funded. I will give you an exact roadmap, what you need to do, what you need to learn and what you need to look out for in order to pass your funding challenge. I will give you 5 pillars and I will call these the 5 pillars of success, the 5 pillars of a successful funded trader. And once you pass all these 5 pillars, you will become that funded trader that you always wanted to be, and you will pass perhaps your first challenge or the challenge that will get you that massive payout. So we will get you to that funded stage, but I will also give you some tips at the end on how you can stay funded, because as we know, only a very small percentage of the people do. Let's get into the video. Okay, so pillar number 1. This will be your strategy. Of course guys, your strategy will be the most important thing with everything you do in trading. You need to have a firm strategy and you need to believe in your strategy and you need to understand your strategy. So how are you going to do this? Of course, we do like Mr. ICT. So I would recommend you to find an ICT strategy that you like and that you really understand. I would personally advise the silver bullet strategy or the 2022 model, or even a bonus third one, the OTE entry. So if you don't know any of these entries, I would recommend you to watch them, to watch the complete series and to really find out which one you like, why you like them and why you like them over the others. This will be very important so that you really know what you're looking for in a strategy. Okay, let's say you choose the silver bullet strategy. Now, I want you to go into FX Replay or into TradingView, whatever the backtesting software that you use, and you go to the charts and you start backtesting the strategy like a madman. So I want you to test your strategy 100 times, 200 times, as much as possible on backtesting and also on forward testing. And I know you heard this 100 times of me and of all other traders, that you need to backtest and that you need to do all of this hard work before you can start your funding challenge. But why do we say this? We say this because you need to understand your strategy first. And if you don't understand your strategy first, we will encounter another problem, but that problem will be part of another pillar. So make sure to backtest and make sure to understand your strategy properly. So with your strategy also comes a trading plan. This trading plan is basically a document that lists all of the rules of your strategy. I want you to create this document, this trading plan, as closely as possible to the best results that you get in backtesting. And I want you to list every single thing that you do in your trades inside of that trading plan. So whenever you come to the live charts, I don't want you to do anything that is not on that document. Literally anything. So I want you to list everything down on that trading plan. That was pillar number 1. Now we go to pillar number 2. And this will be the prop firm that you choose. Guys, the prop firm that you choose is very important because this will be the relationship that you need to have with the company that you basically trade for. So make sure that you choose a right prop firm. I would recommend that you choose Funded Next. Of course, you guys know that I work with Funded Next, but I also do believe that they are one of the best out there. They have very low spreads, they have low targets, they have an amazing support, and these are key elements that you search inside of a prop firm. You want low targets, so right now the lowest inside of the game is 8% and 5% for phase 2. That is mostly the standard. Some prop firms still have that 10%. Then you want a lot of room for drawdown. They have 10% and 5% on daily. That's perfect. You want the spreads to be low. Spreads are as low as they get on Funded Next. You want a very good support. So if there is any problem with your account, you get a good support. And I can confirm you guys, they have a very good support since I've made use of them today. Since I've spoken to support very recently and they were very helpful. Of course, you need to check if you can hold trades overnight, over the weekend, if that is important for you, if you're a swing trader. With Funded Next is also not a problem. Their payout splits are very good. You even get paid on phase 1, guys. So I would say it is one of the best choices that you can make is to go with Funded Next. But of course, do your own research. But if you don't know where to start, I would say this is a very good one. And obviously, if you're funded, max allocation with that prop firm, you go on to the next prop firm and you can try all of them out, right? That is the goal, of course, to get as much possible max allocations with all of the prop firms. So then thirdly, your third pillar is your risk management plan. Now guys, if you have seen the other videos of me where I will explain you how to pass funding challenges, that I've always preached 2 main methods and I'm still preaching them to these days. So the first one is the aggressive way and the second one is the defensive way. So the first one, the aggressive way, you are going to risk 2% per position. In this case, with Funded Next, you can lose 5 positions in a row before you lose the account. You only need to win 2 positions in order for you to win the account. Let's say you're aiming for a 1/2 risk to reward. And then you have the defensive way. The defensive way is where you start with a 0.5% risk and you build your way up. So 0.5% risk, you build your way up to 3% in the profits, then you go over to 1% risk so that you go for that 8% target, right? And I have to say, I like them both very, very much. But if I'm honest, I pass most of my challenges the aggressive way. I just don't function that great in that challenge phase, so I want to get them over as quickly as possible and I want to be able to trade a live fund as quickly as possible. But now I have to say that Funded Next, and of course a lot of other prop firms have done this as well, they removed the time limit. So now there is no time limit at all for you to pass and you can take as much time as you need. So that got me thinking, and I'm thinking like, why would you risk more? Since now there is no pressure at all on you. So for me, I would recommend you, if you have that deep understanding of your strategy and if you can risk to lose more money, since the aggressive way will lose you more money of course, since if you encounter a losing streak, that account is gone in 2 seconds. So I would recommend you, if you are a beginner and you don't have a lot of money to lose, go for that defensive way, risk a 0.5%, work your way up there, and really don't stress it. If you want to draw down, risk less. You have all the time in the world, even if it takes you half a year, by any means, try it out this way. Just make sure that you don't lose the account and don't lose the hard-earned money that you put into the account by using the defensive way. And if you can afford to risk a little bit more, then use the aggressive way, that you pass the challenge as quickly as possible. And then if you're funded, I want you to take it easy and go into that survival mode so that you preserve and protect your capital. Now we've come to the 4th pillar, and that is your psychology. So guys, you can understand your strategy, you can trade with the best prop firm in the world, you can have the best risk management plan possibly out there, but if your psychology is not on point, then all of these plans are gone. If you're struggling with this, I want you to realize, and I want you to get a deep understanding of why you're struggling with this. What is the problem that you're facing and what is the cause of that problem? So we have a lot of issues that occur for funding traders, for basically any traders at all. I would say you have fear of missing out, so you have FOMO, you have over risking, you have under risking, you have over trading, you have under trading. I would say every psychological problem that you have comes down to one of these 5. So the fear of missing out, you're afraid that you're going to miss the trades. Why does this happen? Are you on the charts a bit too late and then you miss the move and then you're like, oh no, I missed the move, I have to get in? Are you on the charts on time, but the move happened already before your chart time and now you still have that feeling of, now I have to get in, I'm going to miss it? Did you plan the trade? You hesitated to execute, now it is gone without you, you're still wanting to enter. Does that sound familiar? So this is all fear of missing out. And it's quite difficult to encounter this and it's quite difficult to fight against this, but basically it all comes down to realizing that there is always another day and there is always a tomorrow. And the charts were here way before you and they will be here way after that you left the charts. They will always be here, right? And they will always present itself with opportunities. So that's something very important to remember. Then you have over risking and under risking. Over risking will most of the time be the outcome of focusing on the monetary amount and focusing on the end result. So in trading, it's really important that you focus on the trade itself and that you focus on the process. You focus on executing a good trade instead of focusing on the monetary amount at the end. Right guys, if we focus on the monetary amount, we won't take trades that are inside of our plan. We will take trades that are outside of our plan. We will take trades that are just useless and not worth anything and low probability. So it is really important that you focus on the process, you focus on improving your trades, and you focus on the trades themselves. Under risking is most of the time the result of being afraid. So you're afraid to lose money, and that is why you're under risking. And with under risking, I mean risking 0.1%, 0.2%, right? You're just so afraid to lose the challenge, you're just so afraid to lose money. And how can you fix this? I would say get a better understanding of your strategy, get a better understanding of your win rates, and get a better understanding that losses are just part of your plan. You need to lose trades in order to win trades, guys. It will be very important that you lose trades that are only inside of your plan, and whenever you take a trade that is inside of your plan, it takes every single box and you still lose a trade, that was a good trade, guys. Don't get it twisted, that was a good trade. A good trade is not determined by the outcome, but it is determined by the process. So if it ticks every box inside of your plan, that was a good trade, regardless of the outcome. Then overtrading and undertrading, again, the same thing. Overtrading, you're just too focused on that monetary amount. Undertrading, you're just too scared of losing. I would say the best thing to counter this is to get a better understanding of your strategy by backtesting it, by forward testing it, and by hindsight testing it, by learning more about it if you're following someone's strategy. And that is the best way to counter this. And really focus on that losses are a part of this game. Every trader loses, and try to accept that. Because sometimes it can also be that you're not afraid, but you're just too egotistical to lose. And that's also another problem. Leave your ego at home, not inside of the office. Inside of the office, you are the most humble man that is out there. And you just follow the charts, what the charts present to you, and you just read the tape. That's the only thing. So that was pillar number 4. Now we go over to pillar number 5, and this is tracking your results. So guys, of course, this will not be the only challenge that you will be doing. This will probably not be the first one, but definitely not be the last one. You can do this through various software. You can use My Trading Central, link in the description. You can use TradeZella, you can choose Notion, just normal template. You can use Excel, it doesn't really matter, right? As long as you track your trades. How do I want you to track your trades? I want you to take a screenshot of the higher time frame, the lower time frame, and your entry time frame. So let's say, for example, you are a trader that enters on the 15 minutes. I want you to also include a 1 hour time frame screenshot and a 4 hour time frame screenshot. If you're entering on the 1 hour, I also want you to include a 4 hour time frame screenshot, and I want you to include a daily time frame screenshot. If you're entering on the 4 hour, I want you to include a daily and a weekly, right? You're always going one step up. So why is this important? If we want to deeply analyze a trade, we need to see the bigger picture. And if you entered on the 4 hour, let's say for example, then most of the times your trade will be based on daily areas, right? So that's why you need that bigger trade, and you will need the bigger trend direction. So that's why you need that weekly. Same for the 15 minute, you will base it on a 1 hour point of interest, and you will need a bigger 4 hour time frame to determine your direction. So you will use these results to get better at your strategy and to get better at your trade management, to get better at your psychology, just to improve so that next time you take that funding challenge, you'll be one step closer to passing, or to passing it faster, or with less losses, right? So in every funding challenge, there's something to learn. Maybe it is psychology wise, maybe it is strategy wise, maybe it is trade management wise. There will always be something to learn. And then guys, as promised, what to do if you pass? Of course, keep your head cool. This will be very important, because now it will be real money, and this will switch something inside of your mind. Now you'll think, okay, real money, I can earn money with this, I can get paid out. So you'll be risking a lot, you'll be trading a lot. Don't do that. Leave that at home, leave that for the kids to play with. Focus, right? Focus on your job and focus on executing properly. Lower your risk, because now the most important thing will be to keep that account so that you don't have to do it all over again. Most important thing, survival. Keep that account. Payouts are just something nice to have. And also, I would say, if you're bagging 5% a month, leave it at that. Stop trading for the month and wait for that payout. Guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.